Good morning, dear children. Welcome back to our chemistry class. In the last class, we were discussing about the ways to conserve water. That was the end of the chapter. Today, we will be discussing some questions. Before moving on to the questions, let us summarize the chapter. We have started with the importance of water. We have seen that water plays a vital role in our existence. Then we have seen that there are different uses of water like brushing, bathing, industrial uses, agriculture, etc. Then we found that there are different sources of water like rain, rivers, ponds, oceans, etc. And the ultimate source of water is rain. That is, rainwater fills all other sources of water. We have also discussed that the largest source of water is ocean, but the water in ocean is saline or salt water, so that we cannot use that water for our daily uses. So we depend on freshwater sources for our uses. Freshwater sources include groundwater, river, ponds, etc. Then we moved on to water cycle. Water from different sources get evaporated and reaches the atmosphere. Water also reaches atmosphere as water vapor from plants by the process of transpiration. This water vapor gets converted to water by the process of condensation. When water moves up, it becomes cooler and undergoes condensation. These water droplets remain floating in the air and it is called cloud. When the clouds become heavy, they come back to the earth as rain, hail or snow. The water reaching the ground moves to the other sources. This circulation of water among ocean and land is referred to as water cycle. This maintains the supply of water on land. And because of this water cycle, the total amount of water on earth remains constant. Then we have discussed about the situation in which there is heavy rain. Heavy rain leads to a condition called flood. Heavy rains may lead to the rise in the water level in different water sources. When the water level rises, the water spreads over the land and submerges the land. This condition is called flood. Flood causes extensive damage to properties as well as life. Then we have discussed about drought. Drought is a condition in which there is no rain for a long period. In the condition of drought, people suffer a lot to get water. We cannot survive without water. Plants start wilting, animals start dying, and ultimately all the life get wiped out. So drought is also a serious condition. Because of the overuse of water, the groundwater level goes down. Also, mismanagement of water leads to a water shortage. In order to overcome this situation, we have to conserve water. There are different ways by which we can conserve water. We may use minimum amount of water wherever it is possible. And the most important way to conserve water is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a method in which rainwater is collected and stored. There are two ways of rainwater harvesting. Rooftop harvesting is the method in which water falling on the rooftops are collected and stored. Another method is allowing the rainwater to flow directly from the roadside drains into ground. Hope you understood all the portion in this chapter. Now let's discuss some of the questions. Fill in the blanks in the following. The first question is, the process of changing of water into its vapor is called dash. Water to water vapor. Which is that process? Yes, of course it is evaporation. Move on to the second question. The process of changing water vapor into water is called dash. Here, water vapor is changing back to water. So, the process is, yes, condensation. The third question is, no rainfall for a year or more may lead to dash in that region. No rainfall. No rainfall leads to a condition called drought. So, the answer is drought. Fourth question is, excessive rains may cause dash. The answer is flood. Excessive rains cause flood. Next question is, state for each of the following whether it is due to evaporation or condensation. First question is, water drops appear on the outer surface of a glass containing cold water. Water drops appear on a cold surface. Why is it so? There is air around us. When the air is moving, it strikes the cold surface. When the air strikes the cold surface, the water vapor present in it condenses, undergoes condensation to form water drops. So, the answer is condensation. Next question is, steam rising from wet cloths while they are ironed. Wet cloths contain water. When it's ironed, we are providing with heat. The temperature provides the energy for evaporation. So, it is because of evaporation steam rises. Next question is, fog appearing on a cold winter morning. Fog is formed by the condensation of water vapor in the atmosphere. During winter mornings, the temperature is low. As a result, water vapor condenses to form water drops. These water drops appear to us as fog. Next question is, blackboard dries up after wiping it. Wiping means we are cleaning using water. It dries up because of evaporation. The atmospheric temperature helps the water to evaporate. Next question is, steam rising from a hot griddle when water is sprinkled on it. Steam rising from hot griddle is because of evaporation process. When we sprinkle water on the girdle, the hot girdle provides heat energy for evaporation. So, the water absorbs the temperature from girdle and evaporates. So, we observe steam rising from it. Okay, I think it's clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.